find that diamond anyway. So my tools keep on breaking away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Redemption Season 3. It has been a hot minute, but we are here and we're going to pick up like nothing ever happened, because nothing did happen besides school and a very busy schedule. So it's been a little while since I've been active on the server, but recently that's changed. I've started getting back into it. I've had a little more time available. I've been playing it a little bit more. And something peculiar has happened on the server. First and foremost, update 1.14 is out, so the server is laggy as all business, so I apologize for that in advance. However, there's a bountiful amount of life on the server. And I don't mean life as in greenery per se, or animals. I mean life as in players. In the past 2 weeks, we've had almost 10 players or so join the server. And this is thanks to that thing that may be just taking up all my time in life, and that's college. A whole bunch of my college friends, because we're all a bunch of gamers and nerds and love Marvel movies, decided they wanted to hop on the Minecraft server. I've known them for a long while, most of them for that matter, and I just mentioned my Minecraft server, and they all thought that it'd be fun to join, for the most part, and then some even went as far as to buying Minecraft Java Edition, just so they could play on the server. So today is a very special episode. We're going to be walking around the server, taking a brief look at what all has been added. I'll do a little brief talk on who all has been introduced, and then we'll end it with checking out a build I've been working on recently, as well as some plans for the future. So, we're going to magically let it be daytime, because this process takes a little while, because sleeping is currently broken in this update of the game. Meaning, even if everyone's asleep, sometimes it won't reset today. So I'll be back when it's morning, and we'll get on our way. Alright, it is morning, and we are ready to resume our venture of seeing what all has happened. As far as my own little humble abode here in Old Town, not much has really changed. I added a barrel and a grindstone. That's about it. Not too much has changed. All the interesting things are happening elsewhere. So let's get right on with it. There are some other builds that are work in progress still that people are working on, but right now I'll just show people's primary residences, talk a little bit about them on the server, and we'll continue on like that. So, if we do take a look here at the southern half of Redemption City, you can see it's been drastically expanded. There's buildings here, and here, and here, and here, and there's a bridge, and downtown's been expanded, and in the past 2 weeks, a whole lot has been happening. Even Wank's build has been bigger. So, we're going to take a look at all that right now. I don't know if I ever should end up showing Jasper's house. And there's one of the members of the new members of the server. Over here we have Angle, who's a member or a friend of mine from college. Angle's over here checking out another member, Confirmed Supreme's property that he's working on. And I'll introduce all these people more in depth when I visit their houses. So, Angle's over there chilling. Over here on the hill, we have Pivot DJ's house, who is a very private man. He likes to live in seclusion, and doesn't really like when people enter his house. I have no, signs on my house, so people can kind of go in my house whenever they want, but he's a very private man, so I'll respect that. He has a nice little humble abode, and he's working on some other stuff around here as well. Nothing's really changed on this end. Nim's factory is still here, and there's Pivot DJ himself. He's working on this little house, which is actually coming together quite nicely. I'm not sure what the purpose of it is as of yet, but it's under construction. Up here on Flower Hill, as it has now been deemed, we have Montefalcon's house. Once again, another friend from college. And he has a nice little humble abode. He's got some shulker boxes. This man is ballin'. He's got a very nice little house and has a bunch of farms and such around as well. Oh, there's some lore happening on the server, but that's for a whole nother time. You see Wank's Island over there, his tower is actually had some things happen to it. Wenk's been on recently. He's in the middle of kind of transferring living quarters at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So he'll be on more once he's all settled in. I guess the next place to go would be Angel's house. Sorry. Angel lives in a cave? Bat cave? Mined out area? I'm not quite sure about the fire. I'm not going to question it, given the fact that that sign said satanic chants. I'm slightly worried for them. However, I'm not going to intervene at the moment. Anyway, moving on. That's all their little houses. They're all quite nice little humble abodes. They've all moved into Old Town. Pretty much everyone's moved into Old Town Redemption, honestly, besides one new person. Useful idiot. Idiot. I'll just call him useful because idiot. It's funny. Anyway, useful actually lives elsewhere, and he lives on the other side of the city, actually. But coming on over here, infrastructure has been expanded. You can see there's a road and that bridge that was over there, and Jen's place is right here, but this little path has been extended. This goes all the way over towards where the huntsman's at. Sonic Wolf's Duolingo frog. It's a joke that people think it looks like the Duolingo lingo. But his frog, and as a YouTube play button right there, house has come along nicely. Blaze Braven hasn't really been around the area much. He's been off on his own, doing his own thing outside city limits as far as I know. But over here, we have Confirmed Supreme's house. And that up there is also Confirmed Supreme's cathedral. So this is his house right here. It's actually one of the larger houses of the new people that have built things. Entrance is prohibited, enforced by the Church of OS. Suspicious. And this is Dahlia's house. And Dahlia is Supreme Confirmed's girlfriend. And she lives right nearby. I don't even think she has an entrance to her house, does she? I have no idea what's going on with that. Dahlia's mailbox. Didn't enter. Have a great day. Adios. Man, everyone around here, all these new people are so darn confrontational and a little bit not so friendly. They're all very private people. I'm used to everyone else on being on the server besides, well, no, pretty much everyone else is pretty darn friendly as far as their openness to allow people on their property. But as we make the pilgrimage up here to the cathedral, which has taken on a different name, if I'm not mistaken. You can see some progress in downtown to the right there, but I'm not going to go see that at the moment. This is Confirmed Supreme's original build, his big old massive cathedral. Cathedral of Superior. I think Superior is their satanic god. I'm going to leave it at that for the time being. I'm going to mind my own business, because I don't really want to end up being part of a cult. I encountered a weird moment just a little bit ago, where there's one of the newer members kind of just disappeared into that cathedral. I think he might be a cultist. And he doesn't really have a house as far as I know, because he's brand new. He just joined the server yesterday. He's an elusive man. I will save his name for another time, for he is only spoken of in hushed tones. Anyway, lore aside, this is Dahlia's farm, if I'm not mistaken. Farm off limits. No access to Dahlia's farm. It sure is. Man, everyone's very private and possessive of their things. We usually don't have a stealing problem, but everyone's still very protective, which is understandable, I suppose. But actually, right here, let's take a look at this. I finally ended up connecting downtown and Old Town officially. So we have this nice, beautiful bridge of brick and the path of downtown that finally connects over here towards Old Town. And it connects like this. I'm missing pieces here. But eventually there's also going to be a sign that actually has each place labeled in Old Town. And then the path connects and goes on in towards Old Town. But the primary road here from downtown, now entering Old Town Redemption, beautiful, goes on yonder. This is Confirmed Supreme's boat. He actually built this before I built the bridge. I had the idea of building the bridge. I just hadn't built it yet. And then he built his boat. He's going to move it at some point to the harbor whenever I get around to that. That's a ways off. You see there's a little bit of lag in me eating because the server's laggy. But He'll move that at some point. It's actually nice little... It's a nice little privateer almost, dare I say. It's a pretty cool little boat. Speed Freak's place, he hasn't been on in ages. I'm not sure if he ever will get back on. But, as we approach downtown here, oh my goodness, a lot has happened. Last time we were here, and we finished up the last episode in downtown, all that was really there was the downtown detailing and terminal tower. Since the new people have joined, and I have done a lot of infrastructure, downtown's expanded tenfold. We have a whole lot of plots, new plots open. A whole bunch of new stores are open for business as the commercial districts kind of opened. We have some new skyscrapers going up, including another one that is built, which I made. And we'll take a look at that in just a minute. But as you can see, the roads here for the infrastructure for downtown just continued in a relatively orderly manner. But they expanded into commercial plots rather than more plots for skyscrapers. The skyscrapers are primarily going to line just the downtown plaza, and past that is more open to what anyone wants to build, mainly commercial stores. So here we have Angle's Dollar Store. Don't ask me why it looks like a giant block. But he adds all the stuff he doesn't really need, and everything's like $1 per inventory slot. So you can actually find some good deals. Like if you need cobble and you don't have necessarily the ability to go get a lot, it's not a bad place to actually grab some cobble. I've made some purchases from here myself. Sweet berries, not a bad price. I sell them for a better price, but still fairly local farms coming at you. That's Angle's Dollar Store. Coming over here, we have another. I wonder who built this. What does it look like? It looks like it's like a smaller version of another building that's in Old Town. Who built? Oh yeah, who else builds abandoned factories? It's Nimish's Boom Boom Room. He sells TNT, fireworks, gunpowder, and of course more cactus. So he's got all sorts of fireworks for elytra, because people do have elytra now. Fireworks, pretty fireworks, a whole bunch of cacti, and some sugarcane. A nice, very useful little shop for all those kind of goods. This is a shop by Sonic Wolf. I think it's going up at some point. I think he's selling, like, terracotta? Concrete, if I'm not mistaken. That'd be a good place to buy stuff. Here's one of my favorite shops, and I just love the way it looks. This is Jasper's Dye Depot, and it's just the cutest little shop. It just makes me happy for some reason. And this is where you can buy and sell, or not buy and sell, but buy all sorts of dyes. He left some stuff in here. I think it's still under construction. And there was a creeper incident a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. Everyone's using the new lanterns, and oh boy, I love them. Oh, I love those new lanterns. But it's about $1 per 16 of any sort of dye. So there's actually, I've made quite a few purchases here, especially of their cyan dye. That's why they're out of it. And it's been very useful. And he makes some pretty good money, if I'm not mistaken, from it too. So it's a very nice, lucrative little business he's got going on. We have a little parking place. Free horse parking. Cute little area. I really like it. Here's a hospital that Jen and Nim and Jasper were working on. It's a cool little area for new spawns to actually have a bed. Because upstairs in the hospital rooms, there's beds. And people can get all cozy and well rested if they don't have a starting spot yet. So that's a nice little place for that. We have Wacky Wool. Temporarily low inventory, more coming soon. Oh, so it is open for business. Oh, he finished it up. Awesome. I actually bought some black wool in here not long ago. This is Wacky Wool. This is when it confirms Supreme's only store at the moment. He sells all sorts of colored wool, which is a very nice place to get wool and all colors. Eventually, he'll probably have that stocked up at some point. Very useful place. Up there, of course, at the castle, nothing else has really happened. There was some landscaping that went on outside of it, but besides that, not too much went down. I'm going to take a look at these two buildings right here, and I'm going to go check out something else real quick. This is Substandard Sorcery. It sells potions. I bet you can guess who owns this. This is, of course, Nimish. But he actually is also selling shulker boxes. The Mad Lad. I have bought two myself. They're $8, which is actually a relatively decent price in the grand scheme of things. So, this man's a legend selling some shulker boxes, and he has made bank. He hasn't been on a whole lot recently. I don't think he's been feeling like playing at the moment, which is unfortunate because the server's been bopping, frankly. But he's been making straight bank from those shulker boxes. Over here we have, what is this? Enchanted Book Company. This is owned by, now selling lapis. Pretty cool. This is owned by Pivot. And he sells, some lapis. He's got a bunch of different tiers of enchanted books. Which is a nice place to grab some good deals like Riptide 3. If you haven't tried it, that's not bad at all. Whole bunch of stuff happened over here, but before we go check out that, we're going to run up this mountain really quick. Because another new member of the server, Uncultured Swine, has been building something on top of this mountain. Which, it's still very much under development, but he's been working on a nice little path up here. Man, everyone loves those lanterns. Those lanterns are bloody fantastic. I am a huge fan myself, and the build we're going to check out in just a minute. And also on the bridge, you can see a whole bunch of them, but the build we're going to check out, I've been going ham with them. Uncultured Swine's been keeping up with the Japanese style, as you can see by this little overhang, or almost gate entrance-like thing. And it kind of makes sense given the fact that it's right next to Nim's Japanese castle. Residence of Uncultured Swine, his mailbox, single egg, because everyone loves throwing eggs. And then this is pretty much where it ends at the moment. But you can see a beautiful overlook over here to the Japanese castle, which the terraforming and the addition of the bamboo just really finishes it up. Looks fantastic. And then he's also right next to my big, beautiful wall, which I still love to this day. It's beautiful in its simplicity, okay? But yeah, the Japanese castle, interior never got finished, but on the outside, it's still a work of art. I don't even think the exterior got finished. Darn it, Nim, finish a project for once. Anyway, so he will eventually be building something up here. I'm not sure what, but he will be. Let's see, what else is there to check out? Oh, of course, the rest of downtown. This is a build by Sonic Wolf. I think he's trying to build a roller coaster over here. Something of the sort. At least that's what the original idea was. That's a secret shop down there. Don't know. Maybe that's an adventure for another time. So let's head on back over to downtown. Nothing too much as far as the plaza has happened concerned, besides minor updates. But there are some new buildings that have gone up on the plaza, which is what we're going to check out. Mine in particular, because it's the only other one that's done. There it is. Terminal Tower, and then this building right here. Not near as tall, but then again, it wasn't supposed to be. It was just supposed to be 5 floors, nothing too crazy. But we also have some more buildings going up. This is Dahlia's Hotel and Gentlemen's Club. Scandalous. Confirmed Supreme's Megacorp building, also going up over here. The government building still hasn't been touched. That's a long-term project. Besides that, nothing's really changed. Added some additional rules. No creating super creepers within city walls using channeling tridents. And no building gold farms, pigmen, etc. I added the lanterns up as on the posts as well. So nothing else has really changed here, but this building is new. It violates both zoning laws and height laws for the builds in this area. I'm going to ask if they can make it taller or make it 2 buildings and expand it or something. And I know it has to be... Yeah, I still don't know what happened with this building to this day. It's closed at the moment. It's a villager trading hall, basically. You can hear the villagers, and they're all locked up in there. I don't really know what happened with this to this day. I was kind of starting to get on the server more, and I noticed there was something going up that was violating zoning laws, so I was like, okay, let's see who that is. And then I got on the next day, and this was built. And I know who built it. But it looks cool, but it's not a skyscraper. It takes up 2 plots, and it's not tall enough. So, c'est la vie, I guess. At the end of the day, people are here to build and have fun. So, something might end up happening with that. It might end up staying as is. I don't know. We do have more open plots, though, of course. But looky what we have here. Actually, let's take a look at downtown. You can kind of the expansion that's happened. There's some stuff up there. There's some stuff over there. I think actually that over there, that little brown bit, the planks over there, will be the last thing we check out today. But let's take a look at this. This beautiful monstrosity is welcome to JP Morgan Chase Incorporated Bank, coming soon. And outside, of course, Chase Bank ATM. It's only fitting that my capitalist self on Minecraft would indeed go and build a bank. So let's just jump right into it. The exterior is finished. The floors are finished, but the interiors are not completely finished. It's still a work in progress. And the interior, that's why it says coming soon. But here's the lobby and our teller stations. Oh, step in the pressure plate. And essentially we have a diamond exchange, a gold exchange, and loans and insurance. What this will be is a place where, because, you know, the currency is gold, we've run into some things in the server where people have a lot of gold but don't necessarily have a lot of diamonds and want to be able to buy something that costs a diamond or buy something that costs gold and have diamonds, or have the one or the other, but they don't have what they need. So I wanted an opportunity to give people a place where they could come and make that exchange possible. Well, for a very minor fee, of course. You gotta have some profit. And then the loans and insurance basically is in development, but as far as the concept of it goes, but people will be able to take out minor loans. Of course, there'll be interest should they not pay them back on time. But people will be able to take out small loans, say they're running low on money and really want to buy something. Instead of going mining for gold, they can just take out a loan of 32 gold. But then within a week, they'll owe me 36 gold. Something like that. And the gold exchange and the diamond exchange are pretty straightforward. But as far as insurance goes, the idea behind it is people will be able to insure valuable items for a price. And basically the idea is it's a reoccurring price. So say you have a diamond pickaxe. Or a full suit of diamond armor. Okay. Full suit of diamond armor. You will pay on a regular basis to have that item insured. And should you lose that item, doesn't include breaking of the item, but should you die and lose that item, then you can go file your insurance claim and the insurance company will pay for it. And then of course when you die, your rates will go up. And you lose this stuff, your rates will go up. That's the idea behind it. I'm not sure about the plausibility of it, but it's a concept. Work in progress. But here's the lobby. Love the lanterns. I really tried to make it feel realistic and realistically scaled. We have our waiting line. We have the teller booths. We have the books here, which we'll be able to read coming soon. And then you have the little stations where the people would be standing to help the next guest. Come back in here, of course. We have all the little stations available and such. So I'm really taking advantage of not only some of the new blocks, the new lanterns, as you can see outside, the new full slab block, the new full smooth stone blocks. So I'm loving the update as far as the block content goes. Really taking advantage. It's andesite slabs. It's been spectacular. The lag, on the other hand, not a huge fan of, but it happens, I suppose. So here we have, not go up the elevator first and show how that works. But first of all, we have the first floor, which is the lobby and teller booths. We have the second floor, which is the banker offices, third floor, private offices, fourth floor, corporate office, fifth floor, executive office, and the last is the roof access. Elevator to the right is up, elevator to the left is down. Pressure plate opens, and we reveal not getting stabbed, but we reveal a nice little water elevator. So what we do is you basically go up it, like so, and then you just move into one of these spots whenever you are ready to stop off at your floor. So like so, now we're on the roof. Pretty nifty. It took me a little while and some experimenting in creative mode to get right. But it's a pretty simple and size-effective elevator. I thought about originally using pistons, but you couldn't do multiple stops. And so I kind of developed this concept. And when you go down, it's the same. The water slows you down enough to where you can go forward and step on to the next floor. Or you can just go straight down to the lobby. So you kind of control it yourself rather than with buttons. Little crude, but it's kind of, we only have so many options in Minecraft for elevators, so. Here we have a work in progress of the banker offices. Of course, there are going to be little cubicles. So I was working on this not too long ago, actually, just earlier today. Still very much a work in progress, but I like how it's coming along. I really love the dark oak, is my favorite now. It still used to be the wooden planks. It's between the dark oak and the wooden planks, or the regular oak and the dark oak, but they're both beautiful. And then the lanterns with a mix of the glowstone lamps on the floor to get a nice coverage of light, so no torches are anywhere. Another floor that's not had anything added into it yet. Another floor of the same, nothing additional added yet. And then we have the executive offices. CEO Sir SevRoks for my final office, and it's empty at the moment. And it's locked. It's empty and locked. But eventually I'll have a nice office in there, and that'll be a cool little HQ for the bank. If we go up, we'll stop off the roof. You can see the Chase Bank logo, which is built into the roof. This is also for when you look at the map, you can actually see the logo on the map, which I thought was a pretty cool little touch. I really like how this building turned out. It's one of my first skyscrapers that I actually designed from the ground up to look appealing. And I'm very pleased with how it looks. It was a longer process, but I think it was worth it in the end. It certainly didn't go up near as fast as Terminal Tower did. It took a little longer, but I'm not able to get on as much as I would like, so it happens. Tis the struggle of life and collegiate experiences and all that nonsense. Thank you for visiting Chase Bank. Thank you very much. And if we look here, there's the logo right there. So, how fitting is that? I thought that would be a nice little touch. And then, of course, you still have the Downtown Redemption little bit there and all sorts of cool stuff. Eventually, there'll be versions of the map that have the, like, where it says the Downtown Redemption City on every building. So, it will be a legend. And you'll be able to look at the map and be like, oh, there's this shop here, there's this house here, this belongs to this person, etc. There'll be a nice little legend for everyone to be able to access. And here we are now back over in the western part of the city, which is the plains that are, eastern part, the plains that are relatively untouched, except for this. This is the Church of Peace and Love built by Useful. And the stained glass windows are just beautiful. There's a creeper behind me, so I'm going to go inside really quick. But these are massive stained glass peace sign windows. This house is very dangerous. Oh, no. I'm out of... My sword broke. And you can see the server lag. More people are on the server right now because everyone wants to be in the video, but I turned off chat. Cheeky breaky. But yes. Oh, no. I didn't look at you. Nope. I didn't do it. We chill? We good? Are we good? Anyway. Beautiful stained glass window. Really, really impressed with that. That actually turned out fantastic. And it's actually... I didn't think that was going to look as cool. It's very psychedelic. Very peace and love. It makes sense. It's very fitting. But the last thing we are going to take a look at real quick is not a far distance from here at all. In fact, it's the Cave of Love. That's a little sinister, almost. But, you know, who am I to judge? The hippies are going to do what the hippies are going to do. But if we take just a brief gander over here, we'll stop off in a nice little plot of land, which we are going to be seeing a lot of in the future. So we got some farms growing. Pretty much all the food in the game's growing, minus meats and such. I wonder what this could be for. Oh, wow. Wow, thank you, lag, for literally ruining my exit. There it is. I wonder what this could be used for. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be an end for our episode this evening, as it is actually 11:30 at night when I'm recording this, because it's a weekend. Hooray. We will get back to our regularly scheduled programming with videos that aren't just server tours and updates, but actually adventures and building things and all sorts of cool things. We'll be featuring a lot of the new members of the server in future episodes, going on adventures, doing all sorts of fun stuff. But all of that aside, thank you all so very much for watching. I certainly hope you've enjoyed. Welcome back. It's been a hot minute, but programming should resume as normal. Thank you all again. Hope you have a wonderful night, evening, morning, whatever you're doing. Enjoy doing it. And I'll talk to you all next time. Take care.
I got my crack logging every day.